The question today is when to say goodbye. I'm going to tell you a story. It's about a dog that I had. His name was Devil Dog, and he was a little poodle, and I loved him to distraction. And sorry, I'm gonna cry. It was years and years ago, and even before Devil was an old dog, I would hold him like I'm holding Marco right now, and I would just cry because I knew that it was likely I would outlive him and I would have to lose him, and there would come a time when I'd have to decide to let him go. So as he got older, he had lots of health situations and a bad heart, and I loved him so much. So I took him to every doctor there was imaginable, the cardiologist, the acupuncture. He had so many pills to take, and I would cry over him every night while he was struggling to breathe. And I'm not proud of what I did, but I kept him going because I couldn't stand to let him go, because I loved him so much and I wanted him here. And I was not thinking about him and his feelings, and learned a great lesson from that little dog. It took me way too long to let him go, and with the help of my vet, I was finally able to do that. I think one of the most important things for us to stop and think about is, are we making our decision based upon what's good for us because we don't want to let them go, or what's good for them? And you don't want to keep your, this is my opinion, I don't think you want to keep your dog or your pet around when they're suffering, when there's no more joy in their life, they can't get up and enjoy their food, they can't greet you anymore, and there's just no, the whole entire day, if you look at it in 24 hours, how much of that 24 hours are they comfortable and happy and have joy in life? So I think that's a big part of the decision making. I'm thinking about this. Again, this is my opinion, and I'm a rescuer, so I'm very opinionated. But I like to think that I wouldn't tell people that I'm right and they're wrong. I've heard folks tell me that they just want to let their dog or cat or any pet just die on its own. That they'll just let it go and wait. And it hurts my heart to think about it. We're able to let our pets go with dignity and love, and to make sure that they don't suffer for a long time. So it just hurts my heart to think about a dog or a cat or a pet just lying in its bed in pain and suffering because the owner doesn't want to make the choice or the decision to let it go. Something else that came to my mind is, you know, we don't try to make the decision to let any of our residents go quickly because we want to keep them with us as long as we can. That is, as long as they're comfortable. So we do all kinds of things. Sometimes they get carried around in a pouch, you know, just so that they have somebody close to them. Our volunteers try to give them special time and attention. We try different foods to entice them to eat. We just try different things to do to make their life more enriched as they get to be more and more senior and they're not as interactive. Emily will make sure that if they're able to, they go out at playtime and get fresh air, even though during the day they might be more likely just to sleep a lot. So we try to do things to make their life more interesting and better, as long as they're comfortable and they're not in pain. If that happens, then, you know, we do talk to our vet and think about letting them go and when is the best time. That brings to mind that there are services, you can Google it in your area, where the vet will come to your home and make the experience as kind and loving and calm and peaceful as possible. You don't always have to transport your pet to the vet office, although sometimes you do have to do that. And I know that a lot of people might feel uncomfortable staying with their pet, but in my opinion, it's a time to hold them and let them know that you love them as they pass on. And I would think it would give them comfort to have you there with them. If you can't do it, then oftentimes the vet's office has someone with a kind and loving heart that would stand in for you. So you can check that out too. I'm here to tell you from the heart that I have no answers. We've been doing this here at House with a Heart for over 12 years, and it never gets easier, and each case is individual. But you can always email me at housewithaheart@comcast.net, and I'm glad to answer any individual questions and kind of just chat with you about what you're going through, and be supportive. Thank you from Marco and me for listening today as we talk about a difficult subject, and I hope that you will respond and send us your comments and your thoughts and your ideas as well, so we can all share our experiences and our thoughts and feelings. Thank you.